Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another live stream. We're back again on a Friday. Let me move my phone. I'm about to get notifications and hear buzzing through the desk. But we are here. Here again for some more goofs and gaffs. Nothing too serious today. I've got some Instagram posts to share, as well as some Reddit things that I've found. And then a little documentary about the King Hillbilly. He was a lottery winner, I'm pretty sure is what the story is, but I guess we'll find out when we get there. I also, if we have the time, we will do maybe another body cam bingo. I did create one more board. Creating the boards is a little difficult because I'm trying to make sure that you could actually still get a bingo on the board. Because sometimes it's like, if I set it up incorrectly, they're just going to end up being like completely thrown out of whack. A fun poll. Here, give me a second. Let's get through a couple posts, and then maybe one of those will determine what the fun poll will be for the day. Because we are actually going to get to some questions that I might have for chat, so maybe I can make that into one of the fun polls. But let's get started with something a little sweet for your Friday. Here you go. Let me do this too. There it is. Cool.
I don't care if Monday class, Tuesday, Wednesday, I decide. Thursday, never looking back, it's Friday, but it's not.
Yeah, shout out this kid. Kid's ripping. I mean, honestly, I thought that they were just like having him hold a guitar at first, but then I noticed and I was like, oh no, never mind. He's actually that good. How's everyone feeling today, you know? It's a lot of ups and downs in life in general, but what you hope is that you can find the silver linings, the little things that you can enjoy, the smiles in the faces of others that bring you happiness outside of the overwhelming despair that you might be feeling otherwise. Sorry, that hit a little heavy there at the end, but I think the point still kind of is in there somewhere, you know? It's Friday, baby, and that's all you got to remember. Oh, God, I don't have the soundboard set up. I have it set up, but incorrectly again. I knew I was forgetting something. There we go. It's Friday. And now it's just not working at all. This isn't even my fault. It's the soundboard's fault. There we go. That one goes out to all of you. And this kid for absolutely ripping. And R.I.P. Perry Beaumonte from The Cure. Here's another little good song. I have a few songs just to start us off, you know. Get the mood just right. And I liked this one. They got some puppets. And I love when people incorporate some puppetry connected to their instruments. It's like it doesn't necessarily take too much effort to make something super cool and interactive. You need the pho sound? You're so right. I could pull that probably really quick. Are you talking about... Wait, I just need to make sure real quick. I'll restart the song. Are you talking about the aggressive ba noise? I'm not going to do it right now, but... I heard the bird singing today. Spring is coming. Beautiful. Truly beautiful. Is this rootin' tootin'? Yes, yes, but in yellow. Should I do an is this a rootin' tootin' poll? Just a super quick one. The applause played just as the page loaded for me. Well, that was just for you, Madman. That was specifically for you. The dog had to get up to start jamming. It knew that the audience was needed. It needed the audience presence. You know, sometimes you can have good stage presence, but if the audience is dead, then it's almost like, what's the point? I'm a vegetarian, so no raw meat worries here. LOL. That shit was so nasty. OMG. I hope Love's stomach was fine. Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm pretty sure salad is like one of the main contributors of like food. I don't know how you'd call it. Foodborne virus? Is that what you'd say? I'm pretty sure that's right because of the way that wet lettuce is cleaned and stuff like that. Just bad preparation. Whereas meat and stuff, as long as you cook it all the way, will, you know, kill bacteria and stuff. Get a cooked salad. Cook that spinach up. Good. I'm actually not a spinach hater. I think it's pretty clear that this is rootin' tootin', but here, let's see if the next one's rootin' tootin' too. Let's see if it drops at all. Some people said it wasn't rootin' tootin', so we'll see if this continues an upward trajectory or if it just completely flatlines. I got food poisoning from gnocchi not too long ago, so fair. Boil your salad, folks. That's all you gotta do. Honestly, it's just convinced me that like nothing's safe, because I've thought about it. I was like, oh, I'll just get like chicken salads when I go out now, you know. It's like to avoid certain things, because it's like, even though it is meat, and honestly chicken will get, sometimes you'll just get fucking salmonella from a restaurant, but then again, it's like I'm saying, the salad itself isn't even safe. So make your food at home and make sure you're cleaning everything properly, and you'll be just fine. I've gotten sick from lettuce many times, but never from fast food. I forgot about the raw meat on the show, and I ordered a big arch last night. It was meh. At least it wasn't raw. You know, once they got the message, you know that corporate was on their ass. That doesn't happen. They got the message and they were just like, what do you guys want? Like, you want some coupons? You want some gift cards? I don't get it. What's this message about? But this is from the Paisley Official. One of the coolest riffs I've written. I promise. I get it down eventually. Stick around. It's worth it. I've seen a lot of these posts where they take like almost a whole minute. This one isn't that long, but they'll take forever to get into the riff because it's like, you know, your finger slips. But this one, it gets pretty good. God damn you. Instagram is my mortal enemy. This is why whenever anybody says like, oh, all music's been done, all the chord progressions have been found, no, it's pointless to even try at this moment. Music is dead. No, you're just not trying hard enough. We need to bring into fashion more math rock and math folk. Math folk doesn't exist. Yeah, okay, bud. What's the time signature on this riff? Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it. We're just really rooting and tooting it up. I want to see more math folk. I want to see this played on a lute. Beautiful stuff. I've seen a few of this guy's posts. I should give him a follow. That's the same one, buddy. Don't tell me they're all the same. Beautiful stuff. Now we're out of the music. Music's done. It was rootin' tootin'. That is the truth. These are the guys that were doing juice boarding, if we remember. Juice boarding is like waterboarding, but with flavor. So, you know, it's a little bit better. At least from their experience. Don't take my word for it. I'm taking their word for it. But in this one, I guess they're just torturing each other. I guess that's kind of the page. It's like Jackass, but like much, not that much worse, I guess. Depends on how you define worse. Because do you think Jackass is worse when it's painful or when it's disgusting? Because I would say the disgusting aspects of Jackass scare me a lot more than the painful aspects. What happened to Johnny Knoxville? Oh no, my scrotum got torn in half. Wasn't it something like that? But here we go. This is something light. This is just a drill with some kind of leather strap that he slaps into his thigh. He just wanted to flex here.
I challenge anybody out there.
Come on, do it.
All right.
We're not challenging.
Oh, what? Get it back a little bit and walk into it, dummy.
I am challenging it. All right.
Hey, you listening to me?
Yeah.
Okay, well, don't stand there and start whacking it right away.
Okay.
Just do it.
I don't explain that pain.
Oh, my.
Yeah,
I fail to see the point in this.
Quit! It comes loose every time you do that, dummy. How many times I gotta say that?
Hey, this is an ultimate belt whooping machine.
To the front.
Oh, that's what it's called.
To the front.
Which I'll go reverse. All right. I am going the front on reverse.
I know.
What's wrong? I'm going into
I'm
it.
gonna kick you right in the nuts. Stay, come into me.
All right, I'll come into it.
Come into him.
I had to let off. It's bad. You don't understand the pain. Look. No, I'm not going to do it.
Man, I don't even understand how bad.
I've had worse. I've had worse.
Okay, now that we know that, I think we need to switch to the other drill.
Woo!
I challenge anybody out there.
Come on, do it.
All right.
You challenged me to... This is like... I'm sorry, guys. This one was a little lame. I was expecting something a little bit better. I don't want to scroll down. There's a toilet right here. It scares me as to what's in there. No, I closed something else. Oh no, and it was this page. It was this guy. One sec. Okay. We don't need to watch these guys torture each other any longer. Yeah, I noticed the Confederate flag a little late there. I mean, did you expect anything less? Seems a little bit it kind of makes sense, you know. I'm not going to say anything more than that. It makes sense a little bit. I hadn't noticed the flag yet. Damn, yeah. I noticed it during the video. It panned up. It panned up a couple times, but I noticed it a little bit late. My bad. My bad, guys. Let's hope they're not racists and they're just idiots, which seems to be the case. What's the difference? POV being pampered. This comes from a Mr. Hubbard Wisdom. I really don't know what to say about this one. I guess I should just let it play.
This in eighths. I usually have my egg sandwiches cut in eighths so I don't have to do the work. And if you don't mind, can you remove the crumbs? I like being pampered, and this guy complied. I have a feeling I might be back. Can you cut this in eighths?
I have to say, I give this guy props because he's trying to get return customers. He's like, whatever you want, man. You can see there's not a line. You want to cut into twelfths, we'll get it done. But then I went to his page, and I don't know. I can understand doing a few of these for a little laugh, for a little giggle. You know, I might ask for my next sandwich cut into eighths. Oh, I have a small mouth. I can't open it very wide, please. I need your help. But he started doing it he's doing it to like everybody. I don't think people like him would mind if the guy left a decent tip. Yeah, if he just walked away after that, if he's like cut it into eighths and then he just leaves, yeah, no, that's a no-go. But like I'm saying, he is doing it just at the grocery store to other grocery patrons.
They make them yellow so you could see them, so I had to take matters into my own hands. I'm not putting them down until you place the divider.
Excuse me.
Thank you so much. Lesson.
I would have told him to have fun holding it. You know, have fun holding your basket, my friend. You mean nothing to me. And to be fair to this lady, it should, I mean, it's kind of on the I guess he's not the bagger, but the scanner's job to throw it up once you're at the end of the transaction. Maybe that isn't written into the rule book, that isn't written into their handbook, but I do feel like that's kind of the etiquette that I've seen displayed most of the time, as long as it isn't like flowing pretty quickly. But you can see, you know, he's got the time and the time and the space. A delicious looking panini. Honestly, it looked worse when he had it cut into eighths, I've got to be honest. He's using a filter to portray himself as old, but in reality, he's just hairy.
You have more than 10 items. Do you count each item in the bag as an item? Yes, or do you...
By the weight.
You go by the weight? No, but for 10 items. Because he has 1, 2...
Well, she just explained it to you. If they're scanned as the individual item, then it would matter about the count. If they're scanned by the weight, then those count as a single item bagged individually. Or not bagged individually, but bagged as a single unit. If they're scanned individually, then they'd be considered individual items, just bagged together. This guy can't even do his job right. He's coming out here trying to snitch on people, but he doesn't even understand the he doesn't even understand the policies in place.
That's a lot of items. You have more than 10 items.
I wish he would have flipped them off. He should have. Gramps should have held his ground and gave him the big fuck you.
Is this a small one?
Some of the music is also killing me. Because some of it's just music, but other times it's like this terrible, just droning noise that's playing over the video.
Did they give you authorization to break them? I understand.
Hey man, leave me out of it. I don't know what the etiquette is here. I don't know what the policy is here, to be completely honest. What if I just want one banana? What if I just elbow you in the face for getting in my personal space? What about that, Mr. Hubbard Wisdom? You've assaulted me by getting into my personal space. You've encroached onto me. I can no longer let this happen. Yeah, you know, I was cool with him asking to have his panini cut 8 times. But nobody likes a snitch. Nobody. Who's worse, this guy or Cartnarks? I think this guy. Because Cartnarks is at least... like, he's at least aiding in some type of service. Because if the carts were left all over the parking lot, then it would be more difficult to park. You'd have to get out of your car, move a cart, get into the space. Like, that would be annoying. But he is annoying. So it's like, which is more annoying, the getting the cart and moving into your space, or having cart narc annoy you for not putting your cart in your space, or for not putting the cart back in the cart corral? I don't know. But this guy, it's like, what is he actually doing? Look at this lady's posture.
Wait a second. Wait.
Oh my God. Look at this lady right here. Look at her. Maybe she's trying to get a sniff of her food. She's really leaned over that dish quite far. This guy is simply an asshole, act or not. Cartnark, low-key based. This dude is just annoying.
Wait a second. Always be alert, even when eating with friends.
Even his friend looks like a douchebag.
Can you cut this in half for me? Of course. Thank you. They usually pull their move at the end.
Can we just split it down the middle, please?
Wait a second. How much was his meal?
I called it. His friend is a douchebag. You ask for that split bill when you order. That's what I do. I go, hey. We ain't about to figure this out in the end, going, okay, we just split it all evenly, even though you just got 10 drinks. They charge those separately, buddy. These aren't refills. Huh? Order the $90 tomahawk steak, and you think I'm going to pay for part of that? You better cut some of that off. You better pass that over. That's for the table, buddy. But I don't know who's the bigger douche here.
Meal.
27 and 24.
How much was my meal?
24.
Split it down the middle. Separate checks, please. My friend tried to round up on my dime.
Oh, no. Okay, wait. He was trying to split it down the middle. They're both douches. He wanted that split check, though. I mean, hey, I would have called it at the beginning. So he is actually the douchebag for not calling the split check from the start. But his friend is another asshole for trying to get the bill split evenly when he got the more expensive meal. A $3 split. Now, hey. That doesn't seem like a lot, but in this economy, $3 adds up. You know, I take that $3, I leave it as the tip. That's over 10%. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good tip. I give him $3 after harassing him. This one wasn't that bad. He wasn't actually bothering the waiter too much. Tipping is so 1990s. Well, now we know that it doesn't even matter how nice he was to the waiter.
What do you like better, a tip or a good conversation? You tell me. Let's have a good conversation. And that's precisely what we did. We enjoyed a wonderful conversation right to my destination. What do you like better, a tip or a good conversation? You tell.
Let's have a good conversation about how much you're going to tip me. Let's figure this out. 10% is everything. I'm just saying. I'm just laying it down as it is. But yes, Mr. Hubbard Wisdom, I've got my eye on you. Now this guy, Jack Manuel Fitness. His strength is too much. His strength is too much. Let's see.
Wait.
Hey. That was impressive. That was impressive. His strength is too much. What can I say? That bite strength, that bite force. The jaw strength here. For a second, Brett, that was a little bit of a delay on the chat for me. I thought you were talking about this guy for a second. This guy reminds me of what that dude on Facebook Ethan made fun of, who would tell people to like his video to lock in their answer in this dumb trivia questions. Remember to like this video to lock in your answer on, is his strength too much, yes or no? I know that's not what you're talking about. Yeah, don't worry. We've moved on. We've moved on. Come on, Manuel. Jack Manuel.
Wait.
It started pinching his waist. You know that hurt. You know that hurt. If it was like on his hips, started dragging up his torso. Ugh. His strength is too much. So, ABC 15 Arizona. Jordan Bondke is at the scene near Cave Creek Road and Deer Valley Drive to get the latest on a plane that crashed into a home and backyard. So, the information we have is that 3 people were hurt after a plane crashed into a home near Deer Valley Airport in North Phoenix. So, this is what's going on in Arizona. King Hillbilly is actually from Arizona as well. So, we got a little bit of Arizona stories today. 3 people were hurt after a small commuter plane crashed into homes near Deer Valley Airport in the North Phoenix area. Crews were called to the area of Cave Creek Road and Deer Valley Drive around 7:20 a.m. on Wednesday for reports of an aircraft down. According to the Federal Aviation Administration, the Piper PA-28 aircraft crashed while inbound to Deer Valley Airport. The plane reportedly took off from Deer Valley Airport, and Phoenix fire officials say a mechanical problem forced it to return to the airport. That's when the crash occurred. Video from the scene showed the aircraft crashed into the backyard area of one home after it struck and damaged 2 homes. So I think what they're saying is it crashed into the back of one of the yards of the houses it damaged. And from what I was saying, apparently there was a baby. This is the baby's room. And they got kind of lucky here. I guess they were lucky it was a smaller commuter plane. I mean, I could just only imagine, like, your house shakes a little bit. You hear like a huge crash and your house shakes. You're like, what the hell is that? You run out front and you're like, nothing hit. What happened? There's no car. You thought like a car hit your house or something. Then you go into the backyard and like, was it in the back? And you just see a plane just sitting in your backyard. What do you do? Like, obviously you call 911, but like, imagine, I think the guy, I'm pretty sure the person lived, right? 2 people, the pilot and student, were in the plane, the FAA says. A third person who was inside one of the homes at the time of the crash was taken to the hospital as a precaution. All 3 are said to be in stable condition. I just imagine them getting out of the plane and knocking on the door, being like, hey man, can you help us out? We need a tow. This is way random, chat, but did everyone just give up about Nancy Guthrie, or Arizona reminded me? Yeah, I think the whole problem is that's like kind of an issue with things becoming news, like hitting the news cycle, is the news cycle really is so fast with the way it's, spits stories out. And obviously I'm sure the investigation is still in process, but then if it does just end up falling through and then everything's just, if they just decide that it's not worth investigating further, I doubt that will be any news at that point. But, in the last 17 minutes, here we go. This was on AOL.com. FBI agents returned to question Nancy Guthrie's neighbors as sheriffs scale back resources in missing mom probe. Okay, yeah, sheriffs scale back resources. Why are the FBI's agents... The FBI agents they returned to question Nancy Guthrie's neighbors at this point? As of March 6th? Why are they just coming back now? Like, why are they just like talking to the neighbor? Like, maybe this isn't the first time they've spoken to the neighbors, but it just seems so odd that like at this point, like I feel like those should be those resources should be exhausted of talking to the neighbors. Person who left DNA on recovered glove has been cleared. FBI questioned neighbors about tech lead as search hits day 34. AOL is still a thing. All I see is the news stuff. I don't know. Try it. Make a new AOL account. Try it out. But here, let's see the video from this part. Arizona's got a lot going on recently. It really does.
And Deer Valley roads where there was a plane crash that actually crashed in somebody's backyard. We're just hearing from Phoenix Fire. They
Thank you so much, Ancient Trees. Welcome to Quasar's Cadets.
say that it was 3 injuries. One person was at a house, and the 2 people that were on the plane, it was just an instructor and a student. This was a PA-20A. This is a fixed landing gear plane, typically used for people who are learning how to fly. It looks like that twist.
Thank you so much, Alex the Fiction. Gotta hit this one. Why did I feel like that was kind of quiet? Maybe I'll turn those up. Oh wait, I just realized we were talking about AOL.
You've got mail.
Got that one too. But hit this one. Big ups. Double W. Quadruple U.
Twisted metal at the tail end of that plane. You can see from the backyard itself. There's damage on a neighboring home to that roof here. I talked with some neighbors, and they say that this is right in the same vantage point of the Deer Valley Airport, so they hear air traffic regularly.
I just like, I mean, I don't, looking at this neighborhood and everything, I don't mean to profile, but it's like, oh no, the private jet has crashed. Thank you. Another one. And this one goes out. Oh no. Which one is it? Oh.
I fucking bust loads all over my couch.
An Alex the Fiction original. Ketamine Kegels. What a name. Cheese X and Ketamine Kegels have become members now. All thanks to Alex the Fiction.
And every time something like this happens, some of the neighbors, they shared with us that they fear, they're just glad it wasn't one of their homes here. We'll continue to follow this story.
Oh no, our private plane has crashed. We've crashed the private plane. You were doing practices, and oh, how could we have seen this coming? He was doing training. That one goes for the kitty's birthday. Coley, it's your birthday. Here, let's pull him up. Let's pull him up. It was his birthday yesterday. He is now 4 years old. Hey, buddy. Oh. I know you were just chilling. Yeah, you're a good boy, huh? Really? Don't huff. Come on. Don't go crazy right now. I'm trying to show them how much of a good boy you are. And now you're gonna go crazy? Hey, no bite. No bite. He just wants to go look out the window. Hey, calm down. Calm down. I'm gonna let you go. Calm down. What? You're fine. You can go look out the window again. Go. Why are you so grumpy? What, you think you're 4 now? You're all grown? Huh? What's up? Nothing else to say? What? Come on. Come on. This guy. Yeah, he's upset it's not his birthday anymore. He got yummy, stinky treats. And now he has to wait for another day to get yummy, stinky treats. Huh. Ain't that right? It's like one of those things where to non-cat owners, he probably looks like a demon. But to cat owners, you know, he could have just killed me if he really wanted to. Did I show up at the best time? The best and the worst. Yeah, now he's just chilling out the window. He's just chilling looking out the window. This guy. He's selfish, I say. Selfish. He doesn't want to give the people what they want. He literally just laid on his side in the sun. Oh, what a jerk. Oh. From Alex the Fiction. A new message. I need to figure out how to turn those off. I think I could just theoretically turn off, not notifications, but there's a way to turn off like on Brave browser. I think I can just literally just like delete the elements that exist there to show the messages pop up. But we'll figure that out another time. He has short king syndrome. My cat's actually pretty tall. He was an only child. He was born a single cat out of with no brothers and sisters in a litter. It was just him. So he got all the nutrients, and he's quite big. He's at the top of the weight that he should be, as we've been told by the doctor. He is 15 pounds, but also pretty lanky. My cat got angry the fire department was here, so he pissed on the door, so now no one ever wants to come back in. Yeah, it's hard. He now that he's gotten a little bit older, has just started spraying every once in a while. He doesn't do it too often. He really just does it when he's... I think he does it mainly to, like, get our attention. So, like, I'm trying to figure out ways to make sure, like, his needs are met to where he doesn't need to get our attention, obviously. But then the main thing you got to do is you've got to get this, like, enzyme cleaner that, like, destroys it. Like, I forget the scientific way that it does it, but it, like, breaks down the actual chemicals within the pee to make sure that it gets everything up. Yeah, he absorbed the litter and came out on top. That's what I think happened. That's what I think happened. But now here's a question for chat, and maybe I'll make this a poll. What would you do if you had a friend that parked their socks? What do you do? Do you just leave? Do you just leave and continue being friends? Here, I'm gonna make this a poll. What to do if friend... What do you do when your friend parks their socks? Stay and ignore it? Leave and say nothing? And then I'll put in parentheses, stay friends. Leave and say nothing, stay friend. Leave and stop being friend. Or have a detailed conversation about... I can't put about hygiene. Hygiene convo. Okay. Okay, so ignore it. Okay. So what do you do when your friend parks their socks? Do you stay and ignore it? Leave and say nothing, stay friend. Leave and stop being friends, or have a hygiene convo? I would use this information as blackmail. That's the secret fifth option. I think that falls under the leave and say nothing, but you stay friends. You're just saving it for a rainy day. have a hygiene convo. I think if they're a close friend, that's the conversation you need to have, because it's like, this isn't interesting. I'm sorry, I need to. He was legit just sitting there, just scratching. Okay, I think it'll loop. He was just sitting there scratching on the window for a second. Oh no, it's really hard to see. Everything's getting keyed out. Trying to stop the light from shining on it. It's like, wait, this is like impossible to see. Turn my brightness down, maybe? Go like that? Does that make it easier? No, it makes it... Turned it down too much. Okay. Somewhere in the middle? Oh no, that's that was camera again. There we go. Now you can kind of see it. He was literally just sitting there, scratching on the window. He's doing it again. How do socks even get to this stage? I think this has to go like you have to go days and days wearing the same pair of socks. Like, you have not done laundry in weeks at this point. Like, I cannot imagine this ever happening to me in any way. Unless you're like starching everything you wear. They're just high-level starched socks. These are what professionals wear. Imagine it gets awkward if you try and bring it up. I think some people would probably get mad at you. Like, I imagine some people would have this type of setup where they just take off their socks and they just are ready to go when they need to leave next. But if you said anything about it, they'd be asking you like, yeah, well, I bet if I went to your place, I'd be able to point out all kinds of gross stuff. Yeah. Well, I remember at your house, there was like a cobweb in one of the corners. Like, do you even dust? Even if it was starch, who the fuck wants crispy socks? Who doesn't? That crispy sock feeling. I think I would probably rather just go barefoot. I just go barefoot, just sweat through my shoes, rather than having crispy socks. Those socks are weapons now. The most interesting part about it, I think, is the fact that these ones are slightly yellow. How the hell did they get them so stiff, but they're still white? Like, I feel like this level of whiteness, like, these are kind of yellowed, you know, these look like they're these are like pristine white, which tells me this is the first time he's worn them and they got like this. So they've just been inside a shoe, come out, and then been like this. Like, that was just the first time they wore them. Or they take the process of bleaching their whites, but still somehow have this happen. I wear slides indoors, and I've got slides for guests. Everybody just needs to start wearing ballerina slippers. It's the way to go. If we all had ballerina slippers, we'd have a lot less issues. I refuse to be barefoot anywhere. See, I just got the problem of I'm too warm. I'm too warm of a person. I need something that breathes. So something like slides works. Something like some flip-flops, some thong flip-flops. But socks, I cannot rock around in the socks. If I'm rocking socks all day, that moment of taking them off, I'm like, it just feels so refreshing. This probably isn't even comfy anymore. Why put yourself through this shit? Yeah, like, imagine you get off the couch, you just relaxed. You're like, oh, I gotta go run to the store now. you decide not to go grab clean socks, you have to just grab these. Like I'm saying, I just go barefoot. I just get, like I'm saying, just buy slides and just go in those. These are like ankle socks, or I don't know what you'd call these, mid-rise socks. These aren't like, I wear the high socks, you know, the higher the socks, the downer the foo type of stuff. But this tells me also that they're not in a necessarily super cold environment because they're not needing higher socks. So they could also be wearing slides or flip-flops, which could help negate a lot of these issues. I wear socks with Crocs a lot, Sumi. Well, that's different. That's at least, like, Crocs I think are where you're in the middle. Crocs you can wear with or without socks. If you're wearing them with socks, I think that's usually for like going to the store or going to the mall, actually using them in like an establishment. But if you're like running to the mailbox, going to the grocery store quickly for something, you know what I mean? Like something like that, you don't need socks. Now, tennis shoes is where it starts getting into like you're soaking them with your sweat. Disgusting. It's hard to do. Who took the photo? It's the friend. So this is my friend parked his socks. So a friend walked in, saw this and said, no. That also makes me wonder, wait, now I'm even more confused. Because I just thought about this for a second longer because I was like, wait, so is this their shoes? And then I was like, but this isn't their socks. And I was like, wait, no. Why are there two pairs of socks here? Is this their only two pair of socks? Only two pairs of socks. That brings more questions. Yeah, shoes without socks is such a bad feeling. It can be. How did they take a photo without socks on? Well, they're clearly just floating right now. That's why you can't see their legs, because they're like hovering. When I was a camp counselor, my socks would be soaked in after like 6 hours. It's not fun. You need the sweat wicking socks. You need those compression socks, or I don't know if that would help actually. The wicking socks for sure. So we have a lot of good friends in chat. Most of the people said have a hygiene convo or leave and say nothing. Stay friends. Stay and ignore it even. So we don't have a lot of people leaving and stop being friends. Honestly, you guys are good friends out there. Because I do think there are a percentage of people that really would just say, this is too much for me. I guess I'm like expanding upon this. And I'm thinking that it's not even, I wouldn't stop being friends with them, don't get me wrong. But I do think that some people might think about the other aspects of this person's life where they are not being hygienic. And it might, it might not just be the crispy socks. But shout out to everybody who's staying a good friend. I probably wouldn't notice it, to be honest. That would be kind of hard to notice or hard to miss for me. Like they take their shoes off and then they like start taking their socks off and they stand. I'd be like, what? Because honestly, I wouldn't notice them taking their socks off because, well, I guess that's the question, right? This is actually, they're wearing another pair of socks exactly like this. Because my assumption is that they came in, took the shoes and socks off and set them up. But theoretically, they could have walked in and these were already set up like this, which would imply that he has a third pair that he's wearing that are exactly like these pairs. One of my professors wore open-toed shoes to a lab day. Lost all respect for her. I had a math teacher. I want to get some of these. I want to get a pair of these. I had a math teacher that would rock these every single day. My math teacher, when I was in, I think it was when I was a sophomore. I think I was taking Algebra 2. Yeah, I think I was taking Algebra 2 as a sophomore. And my math teacher wore these every day. He wore these to school and he was like, they just feel better on my feet. And he had ADHD. And he said that he didn't take medicine, and he was like, I don't take medication. The way that I deal with my ADHD is I just physically exert myself every morning so that I don't have this excess energy that needs to go out, like that needs to be let out throughout the day. He said that every morning he would go to the school's gym. He wouldn't even go to like a public gym or anything. He would go to the gym at the school and he would just work out for like 30 minutes and then go to class. And I was like, I gotta respect that. Not those, you. Hey, I want to get them to try mountain climbing in them. I feel like they would be super great for mountain climbing. Like, if you think I'm wrong in that aspect, we just got to agree to disagree at that point. But mountain climbing in these, I think, would be peak. Jogging in these would also be good for your feet. Yeah, trail running. This is what Benny Blanco needs, though, so that he doesn't, so that his feet don't turn this color. But here we go. We're moving on now to something a little bit different. I've been looking at different subreddits recently, just trying to find the good, the bad, and the ugly, you know. And I saw this on Livestream Fails, and I wanted to check out the actual subreddit. I thought this was so funny. So I'm going to play the clip first. I don't know who... Northern Lion. What am I talking about? I was like, NL. And then I looked down, and I was like, Northern Lion. And then I also saw Northern Lion, and I was like, oh, yeah. Northern Lion learns about r/crazyideas. And I pulled up some of the crazy ideas from the subreddit, but I want to just play this first.
One of my all-time favorite subreddits is r/crazyideas. I
don't know this one.
Really? Oh, it's so good. There was a post that I screenshotted the other day from user Cheesemaster66, and the title of the post is "A Blanket That Jerks You Off," and then in the body of the post it says, "Maybe with some kind of AI technology."
That's a fucking great idea. You know, people are thinking about ways that we can make AI, we can use AI to improve people's lives. And I think that this is one of them. I will say that going through r/crazyideas, most of them are just like porn related. They're all just people being like, what if we brought back actual plots in the adult film industry? What if adult sites started it's always crazy stuff like that. So I'm not surprised that this was one of the crazy ideas.
I mean, it is a crazy idea, but it might just be crazy enough to work.
Guy with like the manual normal blanket that jacks you off. They're just putting AI in everything now.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's like an AI. It'd be like an AI dishwasher, right? Or an AI clothes washer. The AI washers and stuff, they aren't like actually AI, they just have sensors in them, but then they just say it's AI. The AI blanket would just go, oh yeah, we're done here. We're done. Okay. It's not actually AI, there's just enough sensors. I thought I was Einstein in 3rd grade when I thought about tiny windshield wipers for my glasses. I mean, that's like one of those ideas that every kid has, but then some guy makes and then makes $1 billion off of. You know what I mean? It's again, so dumb it just might work. It's one of those ideas. But then I went on r/crazyideas and I found the actual post. And yeah, that was the entire post. A blanket that jerks you off. Maybe with some kind of AI technology. And this is how most of the posts on the subreddit are structured. Just like, you know, shower thoughts. Some of the best thoughts you've ever had. You know, thoughts you have in the middle of the night when you wake up in a sweat. I kind of liked this one. So this was from 8 years ago. I wanted to see what some of the top posts were. And again, some of them were just about adult films. It spans all time on r/crazyideas. Does it work for women? I don't see why not. We have the technology. If it's AI, I don't see why not. What's the difference? At the end of the day, you know what I mean? With a mechanism with a blanket, like as the like there's a difference in the functionality, but the actual mechanism that's being used would probably be quite similar. It would just be, again, the application. But this, I think, is a good app. This is a great idea from 8 years ago. An app that lets you invite an anonymous person to act as a neutral third party when having an argument. Now, most people nowadays would probably just be like, well, AI can do that. I just ask ChatGPT if I'm right or not, and it usually tells me that I am. But honestly, I do kind of like this idea. And like, because like there are some people that are just nosy. They like to just be in on other people's conversations, and you can have it where it's structured to where names are always blurred type of thing, where you just have it built into the user interface where when you're getting sent these like messages, it's just never actually able to send names or something. You know what I mean? Like, or that wouldn't be in the UI, but you get what I mean, in the scripting and stuff. You'd be able to like maybe create a functionality where it is truly anonymous and you could just really get in on people's tea. I kind of like that. What does parking socks mean? Oh, I need to close that poll. I'm sorry. We're a little, that poll is a little past its prime. This is what parking socks is, but here, get your vote in real quick and then I'll end the poll. So get your vote in real quick, sorry. Final answers. The poll's going, and 3, 2, 1. It's on a delay for you, so it's already done. Sorry, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second. I had a great idea about making a graphic novel of Johnny Appleseed and Paul Bunyan being arch nemesis, where Johnny plants trees and Paul chops them down. And someone finally took it last I checked. That's why you need to create your own better version. See, that's why when I've been writing I have so many projects that I'm working on right now. One of them is just like on the back burner and I'm working on it slowly, and that's like a book idea. And I've actually started like kind of rough drafting it out. I have like multiple rough drafts that I made. That's kind of annoying, but the concept for it is relatively original, and so it's not something that, like, if I spoke about it and it got stolen, it would be definitely stolen. But I'm not even going to talk about it. Let's leave it at that. Or maybe I should talk about it, put it out into the atmosphere, and that way nobody can take my idea. It's Fortnite Friday? Thank you for the reminder. My creative projects are all out the window. It's Fortnite Friday. Oh, the Arbiter app is a thing. Sorry, I didn't read the post all the way. Easy to make 1K a week. Are they making it some kind of paid app? The Joker's in Fortnite? Sorry guys, stream's over. But here's what I was talking about too. ChatGPT is a dating app. So these are some of the crazy ideas that get dropped. This was 32 minutes ago. It's probably like an hour now. Yeah, 3 hours ago. ChatGPT is a dating app. Chat the fuck out with AI for years and let it match you with your perfect partner. Also, I think we can train it good enough to make sure the looks are not too mismatched. The world would be such a better place till two psychopaths start dating. I'm gonna give this one a downvote. This is a terrible idea. What do we think of it? ChatGPT, a dating app. Date GPT is what we'll call it. This is so sad. I think that it is just a this post is an expression of a true I'm trying to think of the most polite way to put this. Because just saying the most socially inept person ever just feels excessively rude. No, I think that's about it. I mean, it's a level of social ineptitude that I could not understand. Just put yourself out there, fail a few times. How hard is it to just be like, this guy has no game, boo? Because I think the idea that he's saying is that it would theoretically match you up better than you could as like individuals, just like interpersonally trying to see if you match with people. And I think that could be the case, like a little bit, but I don't think it would necessarily key in on the idiosyncrasies that you wouldn't even necessarily be honest with yourself about. Especially with, like, again, the fact that ChatGPT and other AI services do kind of, they like a positive feedback loop, you know. They want you to keep coming back to the app, so they're going to make sure they stroke your ego to the best of their ability while still trying to uphold basic standards and practices type of thing. But I do think that is a no-go from me. This was an interesting one, and I thought this was a decent idea. Buy a mall and turn it into a community hub and fun hangout spot again, like the 80s and like the 80s to Audis. And I do think this is a decent idea because they're not talking about turning it just back into a mall, but they're saying turn parts of it maybe into a shopping center type thing, but then just kind of turn the other aspects into a public community hub. And I think that's kind of interesting. And maybe even you can create like a type of membership structure or something with maybe more, like if you pay into it, you can get like more things that you like. I don't know if you would necessarily get access to more things or whatever, but I don't know. You'd have to figure it out. But I don't hate this idea. And some people in the comments were saying that their communities had done this already. And I do think that it's an interesting concept, especially when you see a lot of malls that are going out of business, and then just end up getting like, you know, demolished, and then just a shittier shopping center gets put up with like a Walmart or a Target or something, and a few other stores. But yeah, I mean, they kind of outline it a little bit bigger here at a public pool or gym. The problem with a lot of these things is they require some type of employment. Like they require some type of either community service or employment. And so issues. My kiddo asked me if AI is brain rot, and now I can't help but think of AI as the quintessential brain rot, where nothing makes sense and then you get everything wrong, and with some underlay of phobias. See, I think that it is brain rot to some capacity because AI is like, I mean, just definitionally probably a degeneration of like cognitive ability, because it's when not just used as a way of finding sourcing information, because that's like what you should use it for, right? Like maybe creative expansion in some regards. Like if you haven't, like you're maybe like having like writer's block or something, to like bounce the ideas off of something when you don't have a person that you can do it with. But when it comes to like information, it a lot of the time negates the actual process of finding the information taking it in and then like assessing it further. And I think that that is like the definition of brain rot. ChatGPT is gesture maxing. I like that idea more, a mall that jerks you off. Okay. I think they probably already have some of those. It's not the whole mall, but you can find the spots, you know. You just got to know where to look, where to ask. Now, this one was my favorite. Dog food, but for other animals. Could be regular food for other things like goats or mice. I don't know why this is so funny to me. Dog food, but for other animals. You know, this guy might be onto something. I'm just waiting for bachelor chow. You know, this person's missing out. There was a whole post about a guy eating monkey chow. Or yeah, it was from 4chan. Hate the idea of drinks, but if they made meat-based dog kibble for humans, I'd jump at the opportunity. I already eat monkey chow. I order from a zoo supply company for about half my meals. Could you elaborate? How could I start doing this? It sounds fantastic. I would probably instead say, could you elaborate? What the fuck is monkey chow? And then he showed the nutrients, all of the different things included in their monkey chow. Is this a good nutrient profile? Honestly, if this is their like progress post after taking monkey chow, I don't think you needed to eat monkey chow to do this. Of course, the monkey chow person is a 4channer. Do we think Epstein had a hand in this too? I wouldn't be surprised. Like, if I'm forced to eat monkey chow, I want to look like I'm on fucking steroids. I don't want to just look like I got a decent pump in today. But moving on from the great idea of dog food, but for other animals. How else are you going to have monkey powers? You're right. How else can I ever become Monkey Man? Super monkey. It's the only way. You just have to eat monkey chow. See, I've started not too often, but I've started incorporating it into my workouts, walking around on all fours. I feel like it's good for my lower back, good for my back, good for my forearms and my wrists and my hands, building strength there. You know, doing some bear crawls type of thing. Yeah, Sheets mentioned. Yeah, this was another decent idea, but it's already been done. A fast food restaurant called We Got Food at Home. They serve all the fast freezer foods, such as bagel bites, Totino's pizza rolls, TGI Fridays mozzarella sticks, thawed out Uncrustables. And you could have trio or sampler platters. It would be priced super cheap and open late night to catch the target audience. They described Sheets alternatives. You got Cookout. Someone said the Shud, I just mixed this up. The Shed in Dulwich, the Shud in Dulwich, the Shed in Dulwich, and Sheets and Cookout. I mean, this just sounds like TGI Fridays, right? Where can I get a place that serves TGI Friday mozzarella sticks? If only. But yes, decent idea, and that's why it's been done. I mean, it just proves what slobs people are, right? People really will go to a restaurant just to get stuff they could have purchased at Walmart. But I guess that it shows how true it is when people want a redemption of the big arch. It just always rings true. The redemption of the big arch. Here's this person's crazy idea. This might be crazy, but I believe I know how McDonald's can make a recovery from the CEO burger product debacle. He must eat 10 big arches in one sitting on camera, mukbang style. I think this would be such an insane feat that even if he tried and failed, the people would love it. I would, at least. You know, if you aren't going to love your ideas, who will? So give it up to him. And then the worst of these ideas that I've seen, live action BoJack Horseman with Will Smith as BoJack. Use it as a vehicle to help cringe actors reinsert themselves in a tasteful way. This is by far the worst idea I have ever heard in my entire life. Will Smith playing BoJack Horseman, already two uhs. Ugh. I gotta be honest, I'm not a huge BoJack fan. I feel like it just did a poor job at what it was attempting to do. Like I feel like even talking about the issues that I have with BoJack Horseman would just go into too long of a tangent. But specifically Will Smith as BoJack Horseman, and because he's trying to reinsert himself in a tasteful way, would be beyond cringe. Is this stale 2000? I think this is a good idea. Maybe a game show where we have people create edits of streamers, and then like we put them on, and then like we put them, and then they're on Reddit. That's how all these ideas kind of sound, though. He needs to go on Crazy Ideas more. Maybe he can become a mod there. I'll pay to watch that. I think a lot of people would pay to watch it, but it would be like a, you know, a train crash in slow motion. Maybe in normal motion, who knows? Will Smith in a one-man show about the night of the slap. Now I would pay to watch that. Now that could be done to help reinsert himself in a tasteful way. But that is the end of the crazy ideas for today. Maybe I'll start bringing some more of r/crazy ideas, because there are some insane ideas out there, like Will Smith, BoJack Horseman. But now we have a few H3 Reddit posts to look at. Nate was H3maxing on stream. I haven't seen anyone do it better, I have to say. And now I am H3maxing by adding, because I'm watching Nate watch all of this stuff too. So it's like adding another layer to it. Because he doesn't realize, he thinks that he is H3maxing, when in reality, he is merely adding to the H3maxing video. The video used to H3max.
Should all do it.
Actually, I think
In chat. And it's
This is the only way you...
on the ground.
There's too much H3 content. So I've decided to streamline it.
I don't know. I don't know.
I got AB stream on. I got Love stream on. I got the H3 podcast on. I got the After Dark show. Only two left.
It all makes sense.
Guys, I finally made almost all my returns from camping. All the stuff that I...
This is what we're doing.
Pretty good stuff, as always. Honestly, I have been loving Nate's streams when I have time to catch them. They always go really well. And that was a post by Grape Tickler, and I wanted to give Grape Tickler that other shout out. I wanted to tickle their grapes real quick. It was so cool being on the show. Thanks for the love, everyone. Big ups, Grape Tickler. You deserve it. You've been tickling our grapes, so it's only right that you get a little tickle back. I'm super grateful to have been chosen for the members app. What an incredible and unforgettable experience. Thanks, chat, for supporting me and making it less scary. Love this community. You are all the best. Nate missed his own stream? Oh no. Me watching Cap'n and Lust at the same time, content maxing. That's what we do out here. You're getting law and you're getting shit posting online. The best of both worlds. Now, what do we think of this? Is it working? Is it working? Love. He said, this posture looks way better. What do we think? I will say, I don't know if it's the device's fault. Why did they set it up in front of him? Like, it's pulling his head forward. It's making his posture worse, if anything. Sorry, let me just. If you double chin, then you can't have bad posture. It's just a fact. Because it brings it brings everything back. I think the thing that people are missing most of the time too is that a normal human posture you should have a small curve just at the end of your back. You should. We got the flat back. We got kyphosis. We got the sway back, and we got head forward. Now, I will say, you should have a little bit of tilt. But I'm feeling a little bit... Feeling like we might see a little bit of this one right here. Just saying. It's that tech neck, as they call it. I'm like about to unplug everything from my surge protector down there. What do we think? Yeah, the shirt makes it worse sometimes. That is like another issue. I noticed that on myself because I have a lot of these shirts that have like super big neck holes because my head's huge and I've just stretched them out. And I'm like constantly trying to like turn them into a V-neck, like pull them forward so that it's like, so it doesn't just look like I have like a bunch of like space back here. They're naked. Oh no, don't look. Pull this up, I get banned. They banned me on YouTube for this. I'd be so mad. Ooh, he should have AI judge his posture in real time. Well, I could actually have AI judge the posture of this image. How's this posture, yo? Control V. Here, one sec. Closing some stuff. And, how's this posture, yo? From the side view, the alignment shown by the red line suggests a forward head posture pattern rather than a neutral slacked posture. Key observation, head position. The ears sit forward relative to the shoulder line. In neutral posture, the ears should roughly stack directly above the shoulder joints. Okay. Here, the head projects forward several centimeters. That increases load on the cervical spine. Cervical angle. The neck appears slightly extended at the upper cervical region, chin angled slightly up. This is typical compensation when the head shifts forward. The upper neck tilts back so the eyes maintain level. The mid-neck compression risk. The bend visible near the strap line suggests hinging right here. So yeah, it's just fucking yanking his chin so forcefully. C4, C6, so the bend visible near the strap line suggests hinging around C4, C6 rather than a smooth curve. Sustained position like this can increase strain on the posterior neck muscles. Shoulder alignment. The shoulder itself is somewhat rounded forward, which often accompanies forward head posture when seated. Load implication. For every few centimeters the head moves forward, the effective load on the neck muscles increases significantly. This position likely places extra static tension on the upper trapezius, levator scapulae, and subocipitals, suboccipitals, something like that. One of those. If the goal is neutral posture, the more effective alignment would look like ear vertically over shoulder, chin slightly tucked, not lifted, back of neck long, shoulder blade resting slightly back and down. Simple cue that works well for many people is pull the chin straight back, not down. One caveat: if you are intentionally using a neck traction sling, the forward angle may be part of the device setup. In that case, the posture is determined by the traction mechanics rather than the ideal sitting posture. If you can, I can also point out two small adjustments that dramatically improve alignment while using that sling. Well, I do think this needs to be above his shoulders if we're going to have it align his posture. Dan fucked him from the beginning. Take that for what you will. But here, I closed ChatGPT. I was going to ask it something else. Create an image of corrected, including the sling. Ah, that's so true. The sling needs to be AI so it can jerk him off. You're right. I didn't think about that part. Just doing some chin tucks. This is just this. You just go. Oh, it is not doing a good job at correct. Oh, it did it. It did it. It did it. Look at it. Let's go side by side. Oh my God. It's possible. But you see, even here, like some people here would say that this is slouching. I do think that this would fall under what is considered the acceptable range, right? Like, I think some people would probably argue and be like, no, look at it. But it's like that would be considered the acceptable range for there. It did a pretty good job. What in the medieval torture device is this? It's a posture corrector. It's like the same thing, right? Or maybe that is the issue. Maybe it's not pulling. The problem is he really is just like pulling his body back. It's like yanking his entire head off of his body. His whole skull is being removed. You can't see his upper back at all that well, though. I think there's more curve than you think. Right here? Yeah, probably a little bit. If you pulled the shirt down just a little bit. But right here, this AI version, it's looking pretty straight. But yeah, so that is it for the posture check. Posturemaxxing is at an all-time high. I also think that they fucked up here because these first two lines make sense. These lines make sense because it's going to the ear, showing that the ear is in unalignment. But this third line, this doesn't need to be here. This line should probably go straight down, and this line should probably come more centered to like here. It would probably end like right here, and then go straight down from there. Just saying, just my correction that I would make. But I'm not you, you're not me. We're not the same person. And that's okay. Beautiful stuff as always. And now it's time to get into King Hillbilly. So this is on Documentary Forever. They've been doing stuff for a minute. I love all of the stuff they've dropped. I had watched their documentary on the Legend of the Admiral a while back. It's got 1 million views already, damn. Also on the Silver Lake Spankologist. So if you're in Silver Lake, oh my God, I keep wanting to say Silver Lake. If you're in Silver Lake and you want to see a spankologist, go check him out. But this is about King Hillbilly. And this is King Hillbilly shoots the sun. Nocturnal millionaire wages war against the daytime. And I've heard of this guy. I've seen a few posts on Instagram or TikTok about him, I think. And for all I know is that basically he won the lottery. That's my understanding of it. So let's see. Let's figure this out. Oh, it actually worked that time. For some reason, they haven't been working every so often. The member, like, the member progress. I forget what it's labeled as in the actual thing. But yeah, it doesn't always show the chat, but it did. I'm taking too long to discuss this, but yes, family. Going. My bad. It is picking up again. I know some people were dealing with, or might still be dealing with some snow. It's picking up again. It's getting hot for us.
Traffic, mean people. During the nighttime, I'm just kind of free to do what I want to do, so that's why I love it so much. Nobody messing with me. I don't like the daytime. I just don't want to be part of it. Anyway, nocturnal, and I'll be up probably till about 9 a.m. and then I'll crash till about 5 p.m.
You're kidding.
No.
When do you get to spend time with your family?
I see them like for dinner and shit. We hang out and talk, and then they crash out and go to sleep. And then
don't tell me he has kids. I mean, if he's a millionaire, good for them that they can have stuff, but dad goes to sleep at 9. Dad sleeps 9 to 5. Hey, I guess dad's going to work. That's his job.
Kids will wake up early so we can fucking play Fortnite before school. They'll set their alarm.
Look at patting the baby on the back. Never mind, I take it back. Good dad here. Good dad right here. I'd love to meet King Hillbilly. I feel like I'll just run into him one day. I'll be like, it's you. And I'll be like, yup, it's me.
Usually wake up somewhere around 5 p.m., 5 or 6 p.m., depending. There's...
I like these guys. They used to work for Channel 5 with Andrew Callahan. Oh, they did? I didn't know that. Okay. That makes sense, because the styling is pretty similar.
There's such thing as a circadian rhythm, the caveman days, right? Where, you rise with the sun, you fucking hunt, you gotta see. But as we develop, motherfuckers ain't lions no more. They're just little, we've just kind of evolved, throughout the years. And some
Having a fucking QT sign just in your house in the man cave is hilarious. Quick Trip. Who needs to take a quick trip to the Quick Trip? We've got Quick Trip at home.
People's brains are just fucking different. I blame it on a lot of the chemicals in the food.
Okay, yeah, no, this ain't cool though. Just having guns in the back seat with your kids, this is fucking insane. Okay, bad dad again, bad dad again. Patting the baby on the back, that's good. Taking your kids to school, that's good. Random fucking guns. Are these airsoft? I don't think so, because he was shooting them in the beginning. He was shooting off in the beginning, so I don't think so. They're just very matte. They're very, like... I guess they're just modern, yeah. Modern gens. This is also super highly illegal. You cannot drop your... I don't think you can just have guns chilling on the seat and drop your kids off at school like this. I hope they're not loaded. I mean, they have the magazines in. Let's hope that the magazines aren't loaded. You just ain't cool like that? Yeah, I'm just gonna let the kid wave it out the window. That's why they're in the back seat.
Later, bro. Stay safe. My buddy Todd, there's my name.
Every time he's fucking posted up, it just puts a smile on my face, though. That gun on the back in the back seat with his kid, that took it off my face, but then he just posted up like this again. Just standing like an A-frame. If I had to make a guess, I would also think, wild assumption, you aren't supposed to bring guns to school campuses. That kid's a menace at school, I just know it. I mean, dad's a millionaire, they got a bunch of guns and games and stuff. It's hard to not be a little prick, I gotta be honest. Now, I don't know these kids, they might be just little angels, they might be little sweethearts. But it's hard, it's hard. You gotta take that much more time trying to really instill in them. This is my money, not yours. You need to go scratch lottery tickets if you want to become successful one day.
Oh shit. Does he want a fucking race? What are you doing? I ride too. You actually? Yeah. You won the lottery, right? Yeah, I'm the one that won the lottery. That was one of my first purchases after the lotto. I like the simple things, the fun things in life. So.
Those are kind of cool. I kind of like that. The toe slides, kind of rock with it.
$30 crossword. I got $1 million off the jackpot.
You won $1 million?
Yes, sir. This QT. $30 crossword scratcher ticket.
For real?
Yes, sir.
Damn.
I'm definitely not going back to work, like ever.
I never judge the kids. I always judge the parents. I only judge the kids once they're old enough to know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Because there comes a point where you look at your parents and you have an understanding of them. You know what I mean? You kind of get it at a certain point, and you either want to, emulate them, or you see the ways in which you want to be different. You find the things you want to emulate and the things you want to do different. It's always a push and pull. And when someone's dad's like this, it's like, I don't mean to be, again, I don't want to judge a book by its cover. But it's like we haven't seen much in the 4 minutes so far, so maybe he is a saint and we'll see something glorious to come. But it's a lot of just flexing, and that'll burn up your millions real quick. I don't know how much you got, but might be a lot.
You're gonna retire? Oh yeah, I've been retired, kind of semi-retired. It's been my goal. I've worked so hard on not having to work in life. I've always just kind of flew under the radar just enough to get by, and I'm just still trying to do the same thing. I hate work. So like my safe place is gas station parking lot. It's fun, you know, you can hang out in the parking lot for free. You always meet new people. Like, I just really enjoy it there, man.
A millionaire chilling like a tweaker. Bro just chills outside the gas station waiting for people to pull up. See, I used to do this when I was like a teenager. We used to go skate in the parking lot because it was like late night. You know, the lights would be on, so teenagers would just go skate like in the side or in the back, where we weren't bothering people by the pumps. And we would often run into people like this. This would be the common occurrence, I will say.
And it's probably my favorite place. The roller grill, this is where it all happens. The issue is...
Yeah, if you invested, it can get you far. But he clearly is not doing that. Well, a lot of people see like hypebeast stuff as ways of investment. And it's obviously not, but that could be his ideas. He's like, well, I have all of this stuff. You saw those Crocs? Those big Astro Boy Crocs, whatever you'd call them? Now, those will be worth something someday.
This time of night, you can't...
The Pepsi tattoo goes hard. I'm thinking more about this Doug tattoo. We got SpongeBob. So it's Doug and Skeeter. Giving a high five. Got Rocco's Modern Life here. He definitely scraped the shit out of his elbow falling off his bike or something, because half of Rocco's face is like peeled off. SpongeBob and Patrick.
They're just not... You don't want that, right? And so, even the taquitos, you know, I test them with the tongs, but that's a little too hard for me. These blueberry pancake rollers are absolutely off the chart when they're fresh. Can I get 3-piece egg roll?
Okay.
Can I get a 3-piece jalapeno popper?
Okay.
And then, can I get a sourdough jack?
Combo sandwich.
Just a sandwich. Can I get it with extra pickles, please?
You want extra pickles on it?
I used to work here, bro. I'm gonna show up, and I think the girls in the back, they know me, so.
How long ago did you used to work here?
About a year ago. Yeah, tell him Mikey's back. The girls in the back. Tell him to say hi. Hi. I won the lottery.
Yeah?
Scratch your ticket. $1 million.
How much for me?
I don't think people realize that when they go back to these old places where they used to work and they're like, look, I'm a millionaire now. Isn't that awesome? Unless you're like chipping off a little bit for them, you know, like most people aren't going to feel like they'll feel happy for you on some level, but it does feel like, again, like a flex. It feels like you're just bragging to them and they're like, okay, it's good for you.
Que se ganó $1 millón en la lotería. Qué bueno.
Here you go, boss. Yeah. Hey, here goes the Joe Jack, man.
Me dio mucho gusto mirarlo.
It was a pleasure to see you, man.
Honestly, I worked at Lowe's.
Ooh, okay, we have a title and thumbnail ready. With 17 minutes to go. Reviewing Mean Girls. Now, this is interesting. This is kind of out of left field. This is a little bit... I'll give my quick rating of Mean Girls. Good movie. The second one, not so much. Decent plot. Good jokes. Tina Fey? Yes? It's Tina Fey in the movie, right? I haven't seen it in so long. I just don't see how much there is to actually talk about Mean Girls. So I'm hoping it's mostly, I mean, I'd assume this means this would mean it's mostly a Goofs and Gaffs style episode, like what I did today with the stream. You know, just a lot of jokes, a lot of little things with a little Mean Girls conversation included. It's a little bit of a throwback though, guys. I feel like we could have thought of a newer one that might have been a little bit more hitting for the times.
Up the street here. And then they moved me to the plumbing department. I became a plumbing.
Sure, I like Mean Girls as a movie. Don't get me wrong. It's not me being like, oh, Mean Girls is my movie. I just don't know how much there is to actually say about Mean Girls. Do we have a 4-hour podcast of Mean Girls? Definitely not. So I am wondering what the other topics are going to be.
Pro, which I like took a test on paper, and all of a sudden I was plumbing pro. So my name tag said plumbing pro, you know, and then people would be like, "Oh, you're the plumbing pro." You know, I heard it a lot from the customers. I was like, well, I just took a fucking test. Don't ask me. Oh shit. Me and my wife had sex up here on this platform one night.
Yeah, that's not cool, bro. That's just not cool at all. What the fuck? Just this documentary is just making him look like more and more of a worse just a worse and worse person with each scene. Each location that we move to, it's just like, yeah, but here's where I did some more fuck shit.
A little fun fact. I laid that fucking pipe that night. I remember. I even got a video. I made my wife thank the king for the dick. I ain't bullshitting. I killed it.
Yo, bro, that's so sick, yo. He needs to just go hang out with the frat dudes at ASU. They're up all night too.
Even before the lottery, you lived a good life.
Wife didn't want to be in the video. Damn.
I could go back to the ghetto.
No, you could not.
100%.
That's what he does.
I'm not 100% serious. It's funny at the same time.
No, it's not funny.
My wife.
Is this a band tattoo? I can't tell what this is. Can anyone make out what this is supposed to be? It says Blink 182, I think. Is this supposed to be a Blink 182 tattoo? I just can't tell what the inspiration for it is. I guess I'm just not a big enough Blink fan.
No, it's not funny.
My wife, she hustles her ass off. She makes money.
He is spoiled. He thinks that he is not bougie now. He's 100% bougie.
Bullshit.
Stop. He thinks that this is like a normal life, and it's not.
I tuck her in, massage her back, do all the shit. She goes to crash, and then I go to the casino, ride mini bikes with my friends. People think it's weird that I hang out with a 16-year-old, but I don't feel like it's weird at all.
Yeah, it is weird. It's very weird. Super weird, dog. Because... my fucking God. Like I'm saying, every scene that we go to, every switch, every transition to a new location, to a new area. These aren't even new locations. They're just cutting back and forth between these different locations. But like, stop admitting just terrible things every second of this.
Yeah, they're weird.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah, they're weird, dog. They don't get it. Bro, wait till you turn 19 and you look back on this and you're like, damn, you're just cool hanging out with him because he's a fucking millionaire, bro. He probably buys you shit. He probably buys you some drinks and shit from QT. You're like, yeah, bro, nah, I'm fucking having to pay this car payment. He's like, I got you this month, bro. That's easy. I just had you hit fat at the casino. You guys want to go to the casino? Oh, shit, you can't go. You're only 16. I'll go to the casino with you, King Hillbilly. Let's have a convo. Let's talk about this. Nah, this is just crazy. I would just love to run into him one day and be like, dog, leaving the guns on the backseat. Keep the gun in your car, even. Fine. Keep it on you. In Arizona, you can literally keep a loaded gun that's not even registered to you A loaded gun with unlicensed loaded pistol on your person in your car driving around. And that's not illegal. That's completely fine. That's completely fine. There's no reason to just have them chilling on the back seat. I feel like he was doing it to flex for the camera. Like, I feel like that was probably the reason that he did it. But it's like, bro, don't you... I mean, if you're going to bring them with you, aren't you bringing them for protection? Trust me, people in Arizona get crazy. So I understand the feeling of the need for it on some level. But, like, if you're going to bring it for protection, I don't think your son in the back seat's going to be able to up pole. I don't know. I think that recoil is going to hit him a little too hard. It's just wild hanging out with 16-year-olds. But all my scratcher tickets come up bunk. Where's my luck?
It's not.
They think it's weird for us being best friends.
We partying or what?
Bro, you can still barely form a sentence. You can't speak coherently. They think it's weird that we're friends.
It's fucking weird. It's not.
They think it's weird for us being best friends.
We partying or what? I know, he's my fucking best friend. Dude, go talk to her, Cole. Dude, there's a whole car full. Go, bro. Go ahead, Cole.
Nah.
Pull a number or something. Pull a Snapchat.
Dog, I'm telling you right now, those girls are not wanting to talk to your friends. They see them hanging out with you and they're like, nah. He's a jit, Cap, and don't worry about it. Just a little jit. Yeah, them being best friends is weird as fuck. Them being friends is weird as it was weird enough. Them being best friends. Yo, bro, go pull a Snapchat. Go ask for their number, bro. Pull a Snapchat. Go get their Insta, dog. What are you doing?
Don't waste the time.
His existence is a cock block. Bro said it's a waste of time. No game. He's got no game. Ha ha. Everybody mock the 16-year-old. Again, I don't blame the kids in these instances because it's like, you will realize later on that you looked like a bit of a fool here. And that's fine. You're supposed to look like a bit of a fool at 16. It helps build character. It helps build you up as a person. So you can look back on those mistakes and feel better. But don't say that. It's not worth it, bro. It's more worth. I'm too in my bag to go chase girls. It's just like, dude, you're hanging out outside of a QT with some like 30-year-old that won the lottery. Like, again, unless he's breaking off some for his brethren, unless he's breaking off a few bills for his brethren, I don't think that it's worth your time being there at all. He has nothing to teach you. You would benefit a lot more from going and interacting with girls your age. But who knows? Maybe at the end of the night, he's like, we're all breaking bread. He's maxing something. I'm not sure what. He's aura maxing. He doesn't care about looking good. He doesn't care about, he's money maxing. Bill maxing.
True. They just cost money and shit. Like hanging out with your boys better. That's just fire.
He took it from the fucking red pill playbook. Just hanging out with your boys is better, bro. We should totally get a fucking place together, dog. You guys should get a place. I'll pay for it and everything. You guys get a place. I just pull up at night, like we hang out. We're able to chill. You guys can bring girls over. You guys can smoke weed inside and shit. I don't give a fuck, bro. But like, you know, that way I can ditch my old lady, you know. But don't worry, I'm not chasing tail like you guys. I'm just sending you guys out there. Go get them, bro. Go get them. Look, the chicks are here. Talking about teenage girls. That part was also no-go. No-go from me.
He's my best friend.
Is it weird to have your...
Yeah, this dude isn't going to teach them shit. He got super lucky, and that's about it. And that's what I'm saying is he could turn this into something. Like he could turn his life into something amazing with the money that he's gotten, or he can squander it all, which he probably will. Because if he only won $1 million, like he was saying to the workers at Arby's or whatever the fuck it was, I forgot where he was. It was a Taco Bell. It was something, but Jack in the Box, I think it was. But if he only won $1 million, it might be gone by now. Unless he's had like big winnings at the casino. Like how much is $1 million actually taking? Like how far is that actually taking? You could buy a house, you could buy a car, could get you probably through like a couple years worth of all your utilities and stuff at that point. Like after everything's paid off. But like his house was relatively big, so that's probably pushing, you know, a couple. It's over $500,000 for sure. And if he's buying it in full, but I mean, you could be doing the payments on it too. But then at that point, it's like, why are you going out just fucking riding dirt bikes at night? You should probably be thinking about how you're going to pay this house off and like what ways you're going to, like, it's just, yeah, just chasing tail. Let's go. But I'm married though. I'm married. I care about my wife. I come home in the morning so I can play Fortnite with the kids before school. I come back at 5 p.m. so we can eat dinner together before I go out and play more casino and go play at the casino some more. I'm a good dad. I'm there for them.
Best friend be 30 years older than you? No.
So it's even worse. He's 46. That's just a rough estimate based on what they just said, because they're 16. He said the guy's 30 years older than them. Not 20 years, 30 years. So this dude's in his 40s. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt with him being this, like, immature. I was hoping he was just, like, a late bloomer. You know, he's just a millennial at heart. He's just a millennial, a kid at heart. That's what I was hoping for. No. A little past that.
My best friend.
Is it weird to have your best friend be 30 years?
Yeah, wife got redacted, but Colton gets his name thrown out there. Since they're 16, I feel like you probably should have blurred their faces and not put their name in this. Like, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. It's a public place, obviously, and like, but they are kids at the end of the day. But I get wanting their perspective too. Blur their faces, but definitely let them speak. Let them give their 2 cents.
Older than you? No.
I think it's really fucking weird. I think it's weird.
We're on the same level intellectually.
Stop.
I feel so bad for her. She can't even divorce him. Like, she's got it good right now. Yo, that's fucking crazy. Imagine that. You hate your marriage. You're fucking hating your husband. He's some, like, you know, he's, oh, like, before he wins the lottery, you're like thinking about, like, do I need to divorce him? Is this it? It's been a year since he's won this money. Is this it? Has this all been for naught? I'm really thinking about looking at the door. Then he wins big. He wins big. Now you're in a nice house. You've got nice cars. You've got food. You got TV and games and everything you could want. But he's still the same hillbilly. And I don't even mean that to be like derogatory to hillbillies. Big ups to you. But he is the king hillbilly for a reason. She's probably glad he isn't around during the day. Yeah, that he just sleeps all day. It's probably annoying, right? Like when she goes to change or something, goes to use the restroom in the room, sees him there. But yeah, she probably just spends her time out of the house. Comes home when the kids are home to make sure that they're like, you know, things are getting done. They're you know, getting their homework done and stuff like that. But like, yeah, I could imagine that she probably just leaves during the day. I at least wouldn't be surprised.
What up?
What up?
What are you doing?
School? Do online.
So you're getting stuff.
Bro, leave them be. Leave your minor friends be and let them do their online schooling. I want to talk to these kids' parents now. What the fuck is going on? This is a form of depression for sure. Yeah, I think it's like a masking kind of a coping mechanism type of thing. He's probably depressed too. They're probably both depressed. Like him and his wife are probably both depressed on some level. And it's just like a way in which you cope. Because, like, you know, think about it. If you became a millionaire, if you won $1 million, that's not going to cure your depression. And you're going to try and think of the ways in which you can drown out that inner sorrow. And so he's doing it by, you know, letting out his inner kid, acting like a kid again. Oh, I can do whatever I want. I won the lottery. You know, that's what everybody thinks. But then he's having to call up 16-year-olds and ask them to hang out when they're doing online school. Yeah, he just keeps getting worse.
Don't.
And we're still only 8 minutes into this video. We still have another 12 minutes, 14 minutes to go.
While doing online school.
Yeah.
That sounds productive. I'm so proud. They'd be like, how many legs does a cat have? A+.
It's just asking me questions. It says, according to the guideline, which of the following should be italicized?
Stop. Leave them alone, bro. They need to learn. You laughed, but I wonder if you know the word italicized. Do you know what that means?
You know what that means. So,
This is why the world's fucking so stupid.
go get your baby.
I just fed him. He's back to bed. Fuck you. Fucking bitch.
Shut up, faggot.
No.
Oh my god. Again, they're 16, so why not at least bleep it? Come on, guys.
It's king shit, dumbass.
They literally only blurred the wife's face because you know she explicitly asked to not be seen in this documentary. She literally is so embarrassed of her husband. That was the only thing that got blurred out here. That got like censored. Ethan's posture is italicized. The hand sign is very accurate. It's the best way to describe it, right? To be fair, though, I probably wouldn't do a great job at like knowing the explicit usage in every context of italicization. There's a tongue twister. Whatever. Fuck it. I'm like these kids. Let's go. Ride that dirt bike. Let's get it. We're all from the same place. We all got the same education, right?
What's it like being friends with Mike?
It's amazing. He's always bringing happiness towards everything.
Okay, now I feel even weirder that, okay, this whole thing is just so off now. Talk to this kid's parents. I need to see this kid's parents. If you don't talk to this kid's parents, I'm concerned. Why are you at the 16-year-old's house? Are his parents home when you were here? I kind of don't know how I feel about this documentary forever. I'm kind of not liking this part. Bro has cones. I feel like his parents are failing him too. Bro's got raw cones, a whole box of fucking 1,000 raw cones. Smoking by the pound, it seems. And failing his fucking online schooling, it also seems. This is crazy. Why does he have mega rolling papers? I don't know. He just has too many. They're the cones too. He can't even roll himself. Trust me, I am a cone user, but I know what that means. He's not even putting the effort in there. He couldn't even do it. He couldn't even become a blunt roller for somebody as an adult. What's your profession going to be, my man?
Happy guy. He worked hard on winning the lottery, I'll tell you that. He deserved it.
Do you think? How did he work hard on winning the lottery?
Just kept on buying them. He knew he was gonna win. He had the mindset of that he was gonna make it, and he did. So he did.
Yeah, that kid needs school. He also needs a father figure in his life.
If I won the lottery, I'd get a new truck.
Pay my bills. Pay my bills.
Strippers and cocaine.
The fishing rig.
They blurred the one guy who, at least he was being honest, man. Because, I mean, honestly, I think that is the case, is the majority of people wouldn't know what to do when they won the lottery. Because the thing is like we were saying, is you'd have to invest, whether it be in yourself and like a private business or something, or like into other companies to try and like accumulate more wealth. But I do think there would be a large percentage of people that would just squander their like all the money in like a short period of time by buying things up and not really thinking about the costs as they add up. Because like You can start running through thousands of dollars relatively quickly if you're not checking how much you're actually spending. One second. All right. You don't get to serve me. No, it was just a mail. But, you know, who do you think you are? Sorry, guys, I had to run away. Here, Kitty's back.
If I won the lottery, I'd get a new truck.
Pay my bills. Pay my bills.
Strippers and cocaine.
Good fishery.
Gotta give it to him. He was honest. What do you think? Leap, just a little. Don't go to slap. I saw that one. Give me the handshake. Thank you. Okay, I'll let you go. You wanna go? Let me feel the belly. Grumpy. Okay. Don't jump up at me. Get off. Don't scratch on that. What? Big old huff. You're fine. He's just not in the mood today. He's just not in the mood.
I would buy a house.
Travel.
I'd put it all on a parlay. Just investments.
Bro said he'd put it all on a parlay. You know, looking at him too, I believe him. This is the only actual, like, realistic answer too. Buy a house, that's about all you could do with $1 million. Like, really. Because also, if you're taking it immediately, you get a percentage taken away, obviously. So you're not going to get all of the money immediately. But yeah. Like, I think you probably get a house and that's it, like, bought in full. Which is, I mean, a good way to do it. I was YouTube featured. Let's go, let's go. Oh, I need to put the poll up. My bad. We're late already. We're late on the stream. They had this up 20 minutes early, and they still couldn't go live on time. Let me put up the poll. How late will they be today?
Travel.
I'd put it all on a parlay. Just investments, not real estate.
Invest it all back.
I know, okay.
Low-key, a lot of fucking prostitutes, and then just setting them free.
Buy my mom some stuff and I buy my dad some stuff.
I would totally get my hair redone, bring it back to like when I was in my 20s. Get this receding hairline back here.
If you won the lottery, what would you do with the money?
Save the rest for a rainy day, it sounds like. He said, I'll get my hair fixed and that's it. So I don't need anything else. He said, you don't understand what I could do once my hair's back. Okay, but how late will the H3 show start today? 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or 40 minutes?
Pay off my mom's student loans, basically her house too. But basically, yeah, man, I just pay off my mom's shit.
The way he pulled up and it started raining is almost poetic. Like, think about it.
The universe always has a plan. I knew it was going to happen. It's a 1 in 374,000 shot. It was just meant to be. You know, I don't know what for, but it was just meant to fucking be.
He's also got Rugrats, South Park, Beavis and Butthead. I think that's Heifer from Rocco's Modern Life.
Hey, drive safe. A lot of crazies in the rain. My dad died trying. He definitely had a pull that night into what happened to me. He died in 2012 of colon cancer, and he never hit a big one. My dad was a workaholic, and I think maybe subconsciously, maybe that's why I'm so anti-work, you know what I mean? His whole dream was for me to take over the business, and it wasn't my thing. Manufacturing methamphetamine.
Really?
Yeah. Manufacturing methamphetamine.
Really?
Yeah, he had a lab. Real tedious work, a lot of work, you know, which I don't like. And so he was kind of upset about that. But I used to work for extra money to get fucked up, buy some 40s and shit. And, but so I, you know, asked him, you know, hey, why don't you want to like get off the shit, you know, off the meth? And he said, I enjoy it, man. Like, why would I stop doing something I enjoy? And I'm like, well, you know, touche. I mean,
you would think that he would then learn about the pitfalls of excess. You know, that the whole idea of, our poisons that we choose, and that we need to make sure that we're aware of it because they come in many forms, not just methamphetamine.
Let me grab my Pepsi. Hold on. How we doing tonight, brother? I would like to make enough money where my wife doesn't have to work. I kind of want to return the favor, but without actually having to like do any kind of real work.
I mean, we've been together for like almost half my life, and I'm like super uptight, and he's like chill, so it kind of like balances me out.
Met my wife in 2009. I sung this song to her when we were dating in my car, and pretty much made her fall in love with me. You could throw me down and walk on me, and I'll just look on through my love and through the haze, and I'll stare off through the darkness to find us a kingdom.
He is literally a cartoon character. And I think this is like the thing. I do feel like Arizona really is just full of these absolute characters. There's nothing more I can say other than that. I once knew a homeless man named Squirrel who had a dog he called Bear that he would feed steaks. One time I actually offered him LSD and he said, no, I don't do drugs. And then he just drank beer a lot, and he ended up dying under a bridge. He said he had a sign that said, just smile. His sign was not begging for money. It said, just smile. And he told us once that he made way more money with that sign than he ever did fucking begging. Kind of shows you something. It's sweet, you know what I mean? R.I.P. Squirrel, a real one. What are the odds he spends all their money and puts her deep into debt? I'm thinking pretty high. I think so. I mean, like I said, if he hasn't done any type of investments or hasn't like kind of figured out like a business for himself or something, because you could, with the way that he's living, it's not like he bought some huge house or like some like big plot of property and got a house built. He seems to just have like a normal 2-story within like a decent neighborhood. And you said he lives in Florence. If he actually lives in Florence, that's a relatively cheaper area because it's less populated and less developed. And so you could do a little bit more out there with a little bit less. But yeah. Yeah, F in chat for squirrel. A real one. You've never watched Mean Girls either? It's a good one. It's a good movie. I think it's worth the watch. Listen to the reviews today, and then you'll be able to decide if it's worth a watch. Yeah, that's nice that he made more money with a nice sign. I think people mostly just want to be seen, loved, and appreciated. But that's a big ask these days. Yeah, Squirrel's big thing was that he was truly just like, he was somebody who was an instance of like mental illness, where some people are truly just down on their luck, and then other people decide to live this like, they decide to live like somewhat nomadically, where they don't have like a stable single place that they like sleep. They kind of move around between like specific areas and stuff. And sometimes it comes from like feeling like they're unworthy, or feeling like they need to separate themselves and stuff like that as well. And the way he described it to us is he just kind of enjoyed the lack of responsibility that came with it, and like the times that he had tried like with stability, and you know, he'd seen that it could bring others down as well. And you know, it's understandable, and that's why it's like you want the best for people, but you just want really people to be living their best life, and that is different person by person. And it's not to say that there should be homeless people. There shouldn't. They should have the ability to go sleep somewhere. But it's about knowing which people are like what impacts individuals, because each individual is impacted by different things differently and in different ways. Differences. Facts are facts. Facts? I bet that all sounded like a whole bunch of... But hey, let's finish this off.
Kiss me before I go.
I forgot he was singing. I literally forgot that we paused it while he was singing. He is a cartoon character.
Whoa, whoa. Me and my wife never used protection. Never have. I never pulled out. Nothing.
Okay, well, if you plan on having more babies, then you definitely should get a new job, because don't they say you spend $1 million over the course of a baby's life or something, over the course of like the 18 years? That's probably increased since that like has come out. But I remember that being like a statistic. I don't know, but a number that came out at some point.
Hey, can we trade back now? Bro, I just got a lightsaber. I don't care. I get the lightsaber. It's mine. It's mine. The lightsaber's mine.
Stop arguing over lightsabers.
Bro, I literally banned. I literally.
The two older boys I got that are 10 and 12 now, we're mom and dad now, but biologically they were my nephews, you know, so we took them in. This was August 20th, 2015.
He's such a fucking wild case. It's such a human story. Like, it's literally such a human story. He seems like a type of person that's like a good guy that just does terrible, dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like he genuinely has decent intentions, but he's just a literal fuck up. Like, yeah, bro, you're saving those kids, but you also have a gun on the back seat with them.
And so I was delivering pizza, and I got a phone call from the daycare. It's a number I didn't know. I answered it, and they're like, hey, the kids are here, and you're emergency contact for Kathleen. My sister's name was Kathleen. And basically, no one's picked up the kids. We closed a half hour ago. If you're not here within an hour, we got to call CPS. And we're getting no response, and I'm on the phone 911 already, because now it's a problem. I'm in a single cab S10 pickup truck that's lowered, stick shift, 4-cylinder. And I picked up the kids. I didn't have a car seat or nothing, so I got a 2.5-year-old in the passenger seat of a single cab pickup, and then I got the 10-month-old in the center. And I'm telling the 2-year-old, I say, hey, hold your brother with your arm. I gotta shift this truck. You know, I'm driving a fucking 5-speed, right? But And so I drive up to the apartment. Well, her car's parked in her parking spot. She had this 95 Toyota Camry. Fucking piece of shit. Would always overheat every time she fucking drove it. But she never had enough money to fuck. She was a single mom too with 4 fucking kids. And so she never had enough money to fix the fucking thing. And looking back, you know, I don't regret a lot in life. I do regret not helping her more. I was kind of selfish with my time. And I didn't treat her very well. I mean, I was a solid brother, but I could have been more, and I wasn't. And so that haunts me a lot. Sorry. Basically, I talked to my wife like that night, and I was like, these fucking kids ain't got nowhere to go. Like, and then she said, you know, hey, you know, we'll take them. Yeah, this is Kai. He's 10. He's a big ass 10-year-old.
I know King Hillbilly because he's my dad, and he lives in my house.
Well, I think Kai tries to just
Good answer. He knows.
Act like his dad.
I'd rather be up at night than in the morning. Because there's too much traffic in the morning, and then there's like nothing going on at night.
You know, I see him probably doing a construction company or something one day, but Kai's more hands-on, outdoors, and Van's more indoors, hands-off, you know. You know, Van, he's probably gonna do something with computers maybe.
As I get older, my mind is also like saying like police officer. I don't know why, but like I just think it's so cool.
I built them a kid cave under the fucking stairs with their own flat screen TV on the wall. They hang out under the stairs in a cool little fucking room. I showed it to you guys, it's badass. Because I'm not sharing my fucking TV. Go watch your fucking TV in the kid cave. Go on.
That's my uncle, by the way. He's definitely one of a kind for sure. Yeah, he has a big personality, as you guys can tell. That shit's crazy. But yeah, so, you know, he kind of just stepped up and like took us in and everything. So, I mean, good.
He was doing a better job at patting that baby on the back.
So, you know, he kind of just stepped
But even she's like, no.
up and like took us in and everything. So, I mean, good father figure.
No, yeah, like I like him as a person, but it's like, yeah, there's a lot that he's doing wrong. But that's the thing, it's like I said, it's very human. Like, I don't think you can describe it as anything other than that. Because it's like, you can be mad at people, you can hate people, but when someone's actually trying, it's hard to, like, it's easy to call out the fuck-ups, obviously, but it's hard to, like, hold everything against them when they actually are doing more than a lot of some other people would. So I don't know. It's like he's doing both more and less than some people would. Very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. What about the loose guns in the backseat with the kids? That's the thing that keeps rolling back in my mind. That was pretty bad. I think that's probably the worst part. But outside of that, outside of loose firearms around children, that's a big one. That's a pretty big one.
That is really cool.
I love you guys. Hey, if I die tonight on this scooter, just know that's the ultimate freedom, and you guys gotta stay here and pay bills. Fuck you guys.
All right, bye.
Later, love you.
What kind of moped is this?
It's the Vespa, Justin Bieber edition, 150cc. Fast as fuck, 68 miles an hour. I found one on Marketplace, dude. Got it for 5,000 cash. I only had 22 miles on it. Fucking got lucky as shit, man. Justin Bieber's so fucking badass.
I was really feeling that moment, and that made me crack up. Oh my god, I was really feeling it for a second. He was acknowledging that he got lucky. He was talking about the moped, but I think it was kind of like meant to echo throughout the entire story that, like, you know, he's always been lucky. And then what? It was just so unnecessary. Yes, he did say Justin Bieber.
Had 22 miles on it. Fucking got lucky as shit, man. Justin Bieber's so fucking badass.
Honestly, I think he's like a pillar in the community. Brings joy to everybody.
I have the Justin Bieber gloves as well, and then I ended up getting a matching helmet.
Can we get a picture with you?
Yeah, no problem.
Did you win the lottery or was it? What was the pot? If you don't mind.
$1 million.
Do you know Colton?
Yeah, it's my best friend.
$1 billion?
$1 million. How we doing, bro?
They keep saying that my dad's trying to be like a black person because he's got like the grills and he's gonna get the dreads, but he's just trying to be himself.
I mean, I didn't even get. I mean, there are some people that put on like, and obviously it depends on where you're from too. But there are obviously in Arizona, especially, there are a lot of suburban kids that try and put on a more urban exterior, and I've seen it firsthand quite a lot. Trust me. I got shot at in the suburbs. That shit was stupid. But the whole point is that there is like a difference in like presenting yourself a certain way and just like dressing a certain type of way. I don't know. Maybe he gets that in his comments or something. I think he's like on Instagram and stuff, so maybe that's something he gets in his comments.
You ever feel like a vampire?
No, I feel completely normal. I feel like we should switch the world to nights. You know what? I feel like if we switch the world to nights, people would genuinely be a lot happier. Because like at 5 a.m. there's a lot of morning people, and they don't like me.
Yep, those are the two big ones we can acknowledge. Guns on the back seat with his children, hanging out with 16-year-olds. And also a little bit of flack I'm throwing to Documentary Forever for also going to the 16-year-old's house, unless you got the permission from their parents. If you got the permission and everything cool, like straightened with them, that's fine. I think the parents then are at fault for not getting that in check and not stopping their children from being friends with a fully grown man. So like, I don't know who to put the blame on in that respect, but it's going somewhere. And right now it's on you, Documentary Forever.
All right, I love you. We'll be right back. Morning. These people are all just going to do the grind, and that's fine for them, but I just don't want to be part of it. So. But yeah, I hate the fucking sun. What do you hate most in your life?
Probably that I always feel like I'm kind of waiting for my life to begin, even when I'm doing shit. It's hard for me to realize that
this is your life?
Is my life.
Yeah.
A lot of the time.
Well, multiply that by fucking 10, and that's how much I hate the fucking day.
He really didn't listen to him at all. That was kind of funny. What's the thing you hate most? Yeah, whatever. Cool. Yeah, whatever. Now multiply that by like a trillion, by like a gazillion, bro. And then yeah, that's how much I hate the fucking daytime.
Like I hate cooked carrots.
What does that have to do with anything? I hate cooked carrots. I hate the daytime. He really just hates sight. He hates daylight. He hates the carrots. That'll strengthen his vision.
But how much I hate the fucking day.
Are you sad? Well, yeah, I'm sadder. I'm sadder than you. You don't even get it.
Well, multiply that by fucking 10, and that's how much I hate the fucking day. Like I hate cooked carrots, but times that by 50, and that's how much I hate the day. That shit sucks. Oh shit, there it is. I hate that fucking sun. '68 Rolls Royce Phantom. Shut up. Facebook Marketplace. I'm kind of. I try to stay in the respectful range a little bit. I still go low, but offer up I go real low.
Is he just a flipper? Is that what he does now? Maybe that's his job. Is he just like buys stuff and then flips it? These are the songs that were in. I'm assuming this one's the Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Deja Vu, Almost Cut My Hair. I'm assuming it's that one. Maybe not. Call him a dolphin because he be flipping. Wow, 30 minutes already. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do now? Oh no. Don't worry. Let me do this. No, wait, that's not the right playlist. This one? Was there anything interesting in this one? There was something I thought I threw in here. Honestly, that was a really good documentary. I will say I was wrong to judge him so quickly. There are some areas that I definitely think are bad. Again, I don't think there is any point in trying to look past having a gun near children, or having a gun in the back seat with your children, having a gun anywhere near your children at all, and hanging out with 16-year-olds. But again, that I really question if the whole relationship with the parents. Because I'm wondering if the parents know. If the parents don't know, it falls entirely on him. If the parents do know, it falls kind of on the parents at that point. But I do think that some of this stuff, it feels like he is trying to do the best with what he has. And while he has a lot monetarily, it seems like I've just been saying stuff that I feel like sounds really mean, but like I mean it in like a very, I don't know. I was gonna say I feel like his soul is somewhat deprived. You know what I mean? Like he's materially wealthy, but I feel like his soul is somewhat deprived of something, and so he ends up just trying to drown it out with, you know, being friends with 16-year-olds. It does seem like documentary forever's niche might be the lottery winners, because those are like their two best ones. The Silver Lake Spankologist was a good one, but I feel like it was a little bit of a more shallow attempt at understanding the Spankologist, and I wonder if that's because it was a little bit off-putting. One of the things I was going to pull up is I have a playlist of H3 archive stuff, but I realized some of the stuff I have in there is a little bad. One of them is a Trisha Paytas video, and it's I'll just say what it is. One of the things I have in the H3 archive, because it's just something that I remembered because of H3, and I was like, I want to make sure that I have this in case anybody ever tries to argue with me anything about Trisha Paytas. And it's the one of her doing like a weird cosplay as John Benet Ramsey. It was very disturbing. It comes off to me as misguided rather than mean-spirited. See, I think that King Hillbilly, That's a fair way to describe it. It's misguided rather than, if this is what you're talking about. Are you talking, or unless you're talking about Trisha Paytas, but I assume you're talking about this. But I feel like he is extremely misguided, and not necessarily in, not like a negative person, but I will say that being misguided can still be highly illegal. So that's one of her worst. I think that might be her worst, is the video of her doing that. But what else is there? Or wait, I saw something else on this. Oh my god! I keep closing stuff. Oh, it was this.
Baby.
I don't know what this is. I haven't heard about this at all. Internet versus Baby No Money scamming allegations. See, I always knew it was going to be something. I thought he just made shitty music. Who'da thunk? I thought he was just a clout goblin that made shitty music. But who knew there would become scamming allegations as well? But here's a little something. I guess I could start this off, maybe. I just know it's going to start any minute, so I was going to try and find something short. But I don't even think I have any Instagram posts I could share. Any goofs or gaffs that are left. I should have had more on the back burner. I really wasn't expecting over 40 minutes. Oh, here we go. Here's a song. Here's a song for everybody. Here, let me pull up a different one. Why'd he delete his song? You can't let the haters make you delete your stuff. He deleted the sound off of this video. The song is currently unavailable. You gotta belt it, buddy. Baby No Money performative male final boss. You know what's so funny is he does so much to like garner clout, to gain some kind of fame, but I really haven't seen and I don't know anything really about him at all. Afro Man suing someone? I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted. Afro Man says a lawsuit brought against him by Adams County deputies violates his freedom of speech, I'm assuming this says. But it was too many words. I saw the Cam Nuggets video on this. I don't know about either of these things. I'm too far behind. These both came out a day ago. I should be ahead on this. Well, he's a baby and has no money. What else do you need to know? Okay.
What's up, players and playettes?
Okay, they started. Whew. Thank you all so much for stopping in. I really do appreciate it. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll be back again tomorrow. We're actually going to be talking about some more Epstein stuff. I really do appreciate everybody, and we got a music stream next Tuesday. We stream Monday through Friday, but Monday, Wednesday, Friday are the H3 waiting rooms. So if you want to see more of that, please come check them out. Yes, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Become a member as well. This is Cap and Quasar signing off. My review. Oh no, wait. Room full of boomers review Mean Girls. Oh, I'm not a boomer, but my review is good movie. Yippee! This is Cap and Quasar signing off.